Bobby Pierce bringing the championship fight to Brandon Sheppard, a Midwest sprint car split, Paul Silva's new fall project, Corey Day's NASCAR debut coming, and much more today. Let's go. It's Wednesday, August 14th. I'm Justin Fiedler. This is DIRTRACKR Daily presented by Kubota Genuine Parts. Starting tonight, the Case Construction World of Outlaws Late Model Series begins a busy stretch of racing, and when they head to Spoon River Speedway on Thursday, that's tomorrow, I want to help you save some money on your race tickets. I've partnered up with the Outlaws this week to get you $5 off each ticket you buy to Thursday's action. So if you buy 2 tickets, you get $10 off. If you buy 4 tickets, you get $20 off. And this discount is good for both general admission and reserved seats. Use code DIRTRACKR to get the $5 off deal when you purchase. That's DIRTRACKR. Head over to DIRTRACKR.com/SpoonRiver or click the links below in the video description and enter the code before you select your seats. Spoon River has hosted series like Mars and the Summer Nationals plenty of times before, but this will be the first time the Outlaws have ever raced at the Illinois track. Don't miss out on your chance to see Brandon Sheppard and Nick Hoffman and Bobby Pierce and so many more battle it out, especially with this tight championship fight going on. So hit up DIRTRACKR.com/SpoonRiver or the links below in the video description and use code DIRTRACKR for $5 off your tickets. And before the series heads to Spoon River on Thursday, the Outlaws will actually be at Highland tonight for $10,000 to win. That championship battle I mentioned is being led at the moment by Brandon Sheppard. His 26 top 10s in 30 races, very vintage B-Shep, and he's got a 26-point cushion back to Nick Hoffman. Neither driver, though, in Shep or Hoffman may be able to do anything, though, about the surging Bobby Pierce. As I said back on the Sunday show, he's won 13 of his last 20 late model starts, and that includes 7 of the last 8 outlaw races. He's head and shoulders above anyone else in the sport at the moment, and I don't see any reason why that wouldn't continue. I was talking to a friend on the late model side of the sport yesterday, and he brought up the idea of the added motivation that Pierce likely has right now for this championship because of the tire penalties following Volusia. I'm sure Pierce would feel all sorts of satisfied and vindicated to bounce back from the lost points and still win the title anyway. And over the last few weeks, Sheppard has left the door ajar here with a 15th place finish at Fairbury and the fuel line issues at Cedar Lake that relegated him to 27th. That B5 squad cannot afford any more missteps if they are going to maintain this advantage. Tonight's Highland race will be the debut for the series at the track, and you can be sure a lot of the Illinois regulars will be in attendance. That includes guys like Jason Fager and Shannon Babb, Ryan Unzicker, Frank Heckenass Jr. And Fager already has wins at Highland this season. That includes in May with Mars and the Summer Nationals show there in June. After tonight, it's Spoon River on Thursday, and then 2 nights at Maquoketa for the Hawkeye 100. With the Super DIRTcar Series on Tuesday, Matt Williamson took the opening Summerfast win at Land of Legends. Mike Mahaney and Alex Yankowski led laps early, but Money Matt charged from 6th starting position to lead before halfway. He then went unchallenged down the stretch with his margin of victory, I think, around 3 seconds. Yankowski ended up 2nd, and Stuart Friesen had a great last lap battle coming out on top of Alex Payne for 3rd. Headed to Fulton tonight, Matt Sheppard's championship lead is down to 16, and if Williamson can have another good run, he could easily chop it down again or maybe even take the lead outright. It seems like these modified championships are, again, likely coming down to these 2 guys. Tonight's racing will be live on Dirt Vision if you are not in the area. With the racing stuff mostly out of the way for today, let's talk some news, shall we? First, it's not lost on me that we talked Sprint Car Silly Season yesterday, and then later on Tuesday, Chase Randall made a move. Coming off of a Knoxville Nationals feature appearance this past weekend, Randall announced that he is leaving the Troy and Tammy Renfro-owned 2KS Sprint Car. Randall has made 38 410 appearances in 2024 with 18 top 10s and 3 victories. 2 of those wins were in weekly competition at Knoxville, and then the most recent one was an MSTS win at Jackson just a few weeks ago. This ends a partnership that started early last summer. I exchanged a quick message with Randall yesterday. He told me he wasn't sure when he'd be back racing, but hopefully soon. I know there's some thought out there that maybe he'd return to his family car. I certainly thought that as well, but he told Jeremy Elliott that he will not do that. That will not be the case. I have a bit of a hard time, though, believing that Randall would leave a deal like this without having a pretty good idea of where he's going next, but there's no indication yet of where that will be. I also don't think that he'll just sit out for the rest of 2024. He's a solid young talent and will be a good driver to build a program around. As for TKS, I'd say this move was a bit of a surprise for them. They had posted to social media just back on Monday that they were headed to Jackson this weekend with Randall to race against the Outlaws. So it appears as though those plans changed here pretty quickly. No word from them yet either on next steps, but I'm sure their phones are buzzing with potential driver candidates. Also, very late last night came word of an impending U.S. debut for one of Australia's bright young sprint car stars. Jock Goodyer will jump behind the wheel of the Works Limited 57 for a sizable West Coast schedule that Toby Balboa at Sprint Car Hub says runs for the next 6 weeks. He'll start at Tulare tomorrow night with High Limit and race something like 16 times up through the Outlaw West Coast swing and their Tulare stop in September. Goodyer is 22 years old and has already made a name for himself down under, winning shows like the Australian Sprint Car Championship. He's got the Cricky Boys Shootout and finishing top 5 in the Grand Annual Sprint Car Classic. If you might remember, back to the COVID season and all of the iRacing stuff, Goodyer actually made some appearances during some of those World of Outlaws invitationals as well. Getting to debut in the U.S. under the watchful eye of a guy like Paul Silva, certainly a great opportunity for a driver like Goodyer. Silva and his guys, though, will be busy, especially tomorrow, as High Limit and Tulare have been promoting that Kyle Larson is racing. So Silva will be wrenching on both his own 57 with Larson and the Kevin Kozlowski-owned 57W. With the NASCAR playoffs approaching, I don't know how much Larson will be driving the sprint car here in the fall, so this is a good time of the season for Silva to bring in another driver. And this hasn't been uncommon in past years for Silva to work with someone else when Larson isn't available. This will be right into the deep end, though, for Goodyer, as the combination of the High Limit teams and the California regulars will be serious competition, and competition that Goodyer has never seen before. It'll be fun, though, to see what he can get done over the next several weeks. My final news item for you today, this is a DIRTRACKR exclusive regarding Corey Day. If you were paying attention after the Knoxville Nationals, Wade Onger tried to make a deal with Day during his podium interview that he wouldn't go anywhere full-time until he won the Nationals, and Day said he couldn't make that deal. And the reason is his transition from sprint cars towards pavement racing is happening very quickly. It's been something we've documented here in recent weeks and months. He made his ARCA debut at Salem Speedway not that long ago, and we know officially and publicly that he'll also run ARCA shows at Bristol and Kansas in September. To go along with the ARCA races, though, I've been told by some friends in the NASCAR garage that he will likely make his NASCAR Truck Series debut coming up soon as well. Supposedly races at Bristol, Kansas, Homestead, and Martinsville are on the table, and that this debut will come with Spire Motorsports. Spire at the moment fields 3 trucks, including full-time efforts for Raj Caruth and Chase Purdy, plus a part-time 7 truck that's seen a variety of drivers, and that 7 will likely be the spot for Day. All of these races are happening under the watchful eye of Jeff Gordon and Jeff Andrews with Hendrick Motorsports, where Day has signed a contract. If this late season stock car schedule goes well, more is likely towards the end of the season, and this is also setting up a full-time pavement schedule for 2025. Those Bristol and Kansas races do run up against high limit shows at Eldora and Florence. They're not the same days before, but things should be fine if there is no weather. The Homestead and Martinsville races are after the high limit season ends. If you want more dirt racing content this week, might I suggest one of the many podcast episodes that are new. Passing Points has Grady Mercer, Dirt Tracks and Rib Racks has Joe Baggett, Hoagie's Garage has Kelby Watt, Turn 2 Terribles has Garrett Bard, Plum Wild has Chris Ferguson, Getting Up to Speed has Gray Ferrando, and there are new episodes of The Dirt Reporters, Dirt Track Confessions, The Dirt Nerds, and The Drivers Project. You can find all of these shows and much more, plus links at dirttracker.com/podcasts. All right, that's it for today's show. If you want some DIRTRACKR merch, including shirts and stickers, head over to shop.dirttracker.com. Sprint car shirts are in stock now, and I've got Daily Show and DIRTRACKR logo stickers ready to ship. And those stickers, they look great on laptops and coolers, refrigerators, back windows of trucks, wherever you'd like to put them. If you buy today, I will ship today. I hope you guys have a great Wednesday out there. We will see you right back here tomorrow.